Hi guys, welcome back again to another cooking tutorial. So as you guys can see, today we are making a white crain crain jute leaf. By the way, if some of you all don't know, I have everything set up, and that's my fresh jute leaf, and I have my ogre in there. We're going to need the ogre, and I think I had 3 packets of jute leaf, the fresh one, and then I think again 3 packets of the frozen one, and this one I already frozen it. I'm just showing you guys how it's called in case you want to do something like this. You want to go to the African store, it's called Juteleaves. And that one I'm just gonna cut it on a bowl, you see I got like 3-4 packets of that, and then 3 type of the fresh one. And the next thing I'm going to show you guys is my skit. I don't know if some of you all know this fish, but it's kind of look like a frog fish kind of thing. That's how it looks. And I put it in the water because I want it to be soft when I open it, pull it apart, and get it ready for cook. I have 2 of that. And the next thing I'm going to show you guys is my Cowskin. We call it, Sierra Leone call it kanda. That's how we call it. And I have my meats, and I have some, of course, crabs in there. Anything you cooking something like this, you're going to need a little bit of seafood. If you don't want to, you don't need to. It's not it's optional. So, and I have my pepper and my onions. I want it really spicy, so that's the pepper I'm going to be putting on it. If you don't need yours to be spicy, you can just put 2 of habanero pepper. That's perfectly fine. And I have my jumbo, and the other MAGGIE, it's called sweets. And everything is ready right now, so we're just about to put everything in the pot and then start cooking it. And of course my white MAGGIE. Yep. You don't need to use it if you don't want to. You do not need to use it if you don't want to be honest, because everybody's different. And I have a little bit of seasoning. So I'm putting everything in the pots now. As you guys can see, I'm pulling the skits apart so I can put in the pots, because you don't want to put it too big like that. Nope, you don't want that. And next thing I'm going to do is blend my pepper, onions, and ogre together. This is basically just like cooking a potato leaf, yeah, it's basically like it. Yeah. Okay guys, after blending all the pepper together with the ogre, you put it in the pots, and then you put a full blender of water in the pots. It's basically 4 cups of water. And I advise you don't add too much water because you don't want it to be too watery. You don't want it to look like an okra soup, but a blender and a half of water, it's perfect. If you're cooking this big, if you're cooking in a big pot, then you can cook that type of, you can put that type of amount of the water. But if you're making small, you do not want to put a lot of water, because like I said, you don't want it to be too waterish. So now we are going to start putting our seasoning inside, or MAGGIE, or whatever you call it. So I'm putting a tablespoon of white MAGGIE in my food. And yes, if you don't want to do that, you don't need to do that. You can put a teaspoon. You say white MAGGIE, some of you people said white MAGGIE kills and all that stuff. So you can just put a teaspoon, if you want to. Or if you don't actually want to use it, you don't need to use it. You can put your own seasoning. And that's my chicken seasoning. Because I'm making something like this, and of course, like I said, I always said I like my food being tasty. If your food doesn't have a taste, I do not want to eat that. I do not want to even put that in my mouth, because it's just like a turn off, So yeah. So after doing all that, you cover your pots, or put the lid, and leave it for about 10-15 minutes to boil. So now the second thing we are about to do is, you see how big that jute leaf looks like? We're going to chop it like really into small, so it can get to that size. We do not want it to, we don't want to put the whole leaf in the soup, because then it's gonna make it look so like you eating a raw leaf. And yeah, so I'm going to chop that in a bowl, and then after that we can go to the next step. So that's how you're going to be chopping that, you know exactly like that. You're going to be doing that until you see it become into smaller pieces, and then it's already been cut. Because I think when they froze this thing, they don't cut it, they just put the whole leaf and then froze it. So but we do not want that. Keep doing that, and then after that we'll go to the next step. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's how we wanted it to be like. I'm going to add it with the fresh ones, and then we're going to check on the pots. So right now it's already boiled. All we're about to do now is add our jute leaves inside. You guys gonna think this water was like small or too small, but trust me, it's not, because the frozen the other jute leaves that was frozen, it already has water in it. And jute leaves are like, when you put them in the pots right now, you can see you think it's really a lot of food, but it's not, because as soon as that starting to steam, it goes down and the water gets a lot. So right now I'm going to add my jumbo on top and a teaspoon of salt. You don't need to put none of that no more. If you know you're good with the salt or MAGGIE or anything like that, you can just stop that. But I still want mine. Everybody have a different type of body, so if you know your body can take too much salt or MAGGIE, then you don't need to put too much. So right now, as you guys can see, it went down a little bit, but right now I'm about to like mix it, and you're about to see it's gonna go more down. It's not really cooked or done cooked yet. I'm just gonna mix it, and then just close the lid again, and so it can get boiled for like 15-20 minutes. You gotta let it boil, but always be checking on it though, or put your heat low. If you know it gets to this point already, just put it really low and then cover it, and then you will see how it will get steamed really good. By the way, I'm going to be eating this with fufu. I did not make the video where I put my fufu in and all that, but you can eat it with fufu, eba, gari that you can make with fufu, and that's it. See how look good it really look, So thank you guys. You can try this recipe and let me know what you think about it. Thank you guys so much. Until later, peace.